Up in Harlan, Kentucky, there's an old back road called Red Dog Road. You don't never want to get lost on it. Locals will tell you that they see all kinds of unexplained stuff on that road at night. They see strange red lights flickering around from tree to tree. They hear footsteps walking around on the road at night, walking around on the leaves. Worst of all, a lot of people say they see the ghost of a haggard old coal miner holding on to his lantern, just crying and hollering something fierce. Well, I'm here tonight to say to you, all that stuff is true. And I'm going to tell you the real story of the Specter of Red Dog Road. One summer, Eldon Parkey did some work for an old tobacco farmer just across the border into Tennessee. A farmer paid him a little bit, but he also traded him some tobacco and gave him this red dog that just showed up on the farm one day. That dog was meaner than a two-headed snake, so the farmer was more than happy to get rid of it. But Eldon loved that dog. He took it home with him, named it Red Dog. Eldon discovered that Red Dog only had 38 of the normal 42 dog teeth. Well, he figured the other 4 must still be in some poor fellow's hind end, because that dog would bite you just to see what you taste like. Story was, one bite from Red Dog would keep a man's soul from entering into heaven or hell. Didn't nobody want to pet it. Come to think of it, nobody wanted to pet Eldon either. Eldon said, you know what, that's the way he liked it. Turns out Eldon was a coal miner, and story got around that one day Eldon found a hunk of gold while he was working underground. Now, that kind of thing normally didn't happen in Kentucky, and if you found anything of value, it's supposed to go back to the company. But Eldon took that hunk of gold, he stuck it in his lunch pail, took it back home with him, put it in a steel lockbox. He set that box down right beside Red Dog's bed. There wasn't nobody getting that gold. Folks around Harlan kind of know that Eldon sort of had a big mouth. And sure enough, he starts to brag and he's going to be a rich man. Says he's going to buy him a new milking cow and a shiny new pocket watch. Says he's going to have a clean pair of breeches for every day of the week. Well, I reckon when R.T. Scoggins heard about it, he didn't like it very much. R.T. was the mine's foreman. He said that gold belonged to the mine. Eldon found it when he was on the mine's time and on the mine's property. So according to R.T., that gold should be in a lockbox in the mine's office. Well, he just decided he was going to go get it back himself in person. So one night while Eldon was at the church, R.T. grabbed his shotgun and an old tater sack, and he snuck on out to holler down to Eldon's place. It was all dark. R.T. looked through the front window. He scanned the room all careful-like. He could barely make out the silhouette of Red Dog over in the corner on the blanket. That steel lockbox was sitting right next to him. R.T. lifted up his shotgun. He pointed it right at Red Dog. Red Dog didn't move an inch. R.T.'s finger squeezed the trigger. Boom! There weren't no sign of Red Dog nowhere. R.T. didn't see any blood, so he figured he must have missed him. Yeah, Red Dog just got spooked and run off somewhere. Well, he's figured a good time as any for him to make his move. So he runs into the house, he grabs that lockbox, he hightails it out the door into the night. Well, y'all, I don't have to tell you, R.T. Scoggins didn't get 100 yards down the hollow road when all he saw in front of him was a mess of red hair and dog slobber. I mean, Red Dog tore him up in ways ain't nobody ever figured out how to put back together. Some people said they found pieces of R.T. over in Tennessee. maybe even Virginia. Well, of course, RT got more than just bit by Red Dog, so his soul ain't never seen the other side of heaven or hell. He's going to be wandering around for the rest of eternity in Harlan, Kentucky, just crying and hollering. So, you think you're brave enough? Grab your own shotgun and an old tater sack. Maybe you can get yourself a hunk of gold. Or you'll be keeping company for the rest of eternity with the shredded specter of R.T. Scoggins way out there on Red Dog Road.